Alright guys, so we are going to try and get to the rear speakers in this VNVP model. I keep calling it a VNVP, but I keep being corrected saying it's a VN. Same thing, don't stress. Okay, so you can see the speakers are on the rear deck. They are underneath these grills. We're going to have to get access to them by taking out the entire rear tray. Okay, I've already removed the bottom half of the seat. Now, being an old school car, they have these weird latches, so to get them out, you literally have to push the seat in to clear this little hook, and then once it's all the way in, pull it up and out. It will fight you, you're going to swear and curse, but it is the only way to do it. Okay, seat drops in, and when you force it, it will drop down and click back in to lock it in place. I've taken that out because you don't really need to see me or hear me swearing and cursing on camera. So, now that part is done, I'm going to start with removing the high stop brake light. With one Phillips screw, and normally I would have done a dry run, taken it all apart, found out how it works, put it back together again so I can video it. I haven't done it this time because I'm on a bit of a time crunch. So, we'll see how we go. Okay. That is that. So a simple bulb, it's a push and twist to lock it in place. As you can see there, it's like most bulbs, push them in, twist it, or twist it, and it locks. Okay, one screw takes that part out. That's the easy bit. Put that down there. Okay, I'm going to get my stubby screwdriver for these ones. While we're here, these are the child restraints. There may be one, there may be two, there may be three, there may be none, who knows. Typically speaking, they're held in place with a 13mm, or if you want imperial, it is a 1/2 inch. I don't know why they use 1/2 inch, but almost every car I've used where they have aftermarket seat restrainers, they use 13mm. Anyway, pop these out. Two. Number 3. Okay, I can get down there too, out of the way. Alright, time for my stubby little screwdriver. Now I have a very cool device for that. This is from Blue Point, or Snap-on. Very, very cool. So it's basically a ratchet style screwdriver, nice and flat. This one you can also angle for those really awkward spots. Great tool to have in your toolkit. So let's get these out. As you can see, there's not a lot of room in there for even a stubby screwdriver. There's one. And 2. Now we can take that bracket off and get it out of the way. Alright, now because we've taken the bottom half of the seat off, we can now take the back half of the seat off, and you'll find a 10mm about there. Not too difficult. And another one right and there. There. Okay. There. Alright, so logically now we should have pretty well slack on both sides. I can't remember. Yes. Okay, one thing you find with most common models nowadays, the centre part stays behind and the two sides pop out. This is no different, so I've loosened the bottom nut. And it should just pull out a little bit and then push upwards. And that is free. I'll pass that to my lovely assistant, also known as the owner of the car. He's fascinated by this as well. Okay, same deal. Pop it out a little bit and give it a shunt upwards, and it will wiggle out. Wow, this car still has the genuine cardboard mount for the trimming. This is really something special, guys. I mean, most of the time this would be absolutely destroyed, but this car is in such good condition. It's almost disappointing pulling it apart, but you got to admire it. Like, everything's just really tidy. Typically, by the time it gets to me, it's been trashed. Some young punk's driven it and ruined it, or had to go out changing things and putting speakers in and just absolutely ruined it. But this is just such a nice example. Alright, this piece doesn't have to come off, but I'm going to take it off because this drops down behind it anyway, and it comes up pretty easy. Okay, these are plastic Christmas trees. It's a pretty cool name for them. Hopefully I can just pry that off. This one. Okay, Christmas trees. They come in a variety of colours, a variety of shapes and sizes, but basically it is purely friction that pushes in, and a lot of times it's just easy to grab the panel, give it a wiggle, so you're basically doing that along the edge of the Christmas tree to get it back out. If you have the right pry tool, you can get behind it with one of those fork ones and give it a lever. You don't want to do it on the plastic underneath the Christmas tree, so from the front you don't want to go under there, because a lot of times it will just snap it because it's too much strain on the plastic. So wherever possible you want to go under. Okay, so like that. These are also Christmas trees. Hopefully I can get enough leverage in there. If not, okay, I might have to grab my other tool. Alright, let's grab my other tool. Is it in my toolbox? Okay, I'm going to have to use this one. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Thanks, Alex. Let's try that.
And that one's got a wedge on it.
So, you might. But again, you basically want to try and get it out. That worked. Lovely. Do the same on that one too. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, let's pop over and do the third one. Got it. Okay. 3 little buttons. Now hopefully, if I've got this all correct, this whole thing should basically slide forward. So I'm just going to lift it up a little bit to free it up and then pull it towards me. So this side's loose. Let's have a look at the other side. Aha, it's tucked under here. So we'll just give it a bit of a bend and a pull, and it should look at that. Oh yes. Let's draw that down into that hole there. Okay, now we're basically going to try and bend this past that point a little bit. Again, not putting too much strain on it because we don't want to snap it. And then something should just slide out, and we'll pass it over to Alex again. Oh, I have just dropped off a bit of foam on the bottom, so that would have been glued to the rear parcel tray. Again, it's old, it's faded, and that would have sat in there. Alright, and there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have two rear speakers.
Oh, that are completely trashed.
Now, originally when I asked Alex if everything worked properly and everything sounded good, he said, yeah, everything sounds great. And
lol.
Here you go, guys. This is what Alex thought sounded great. These are shot. This is supposed to be connected all the way around, as rubber surround. It is not. So you'll get tweeter out of this, but you won't get mid at all. Lucky I don't sit in the back. This is why I didn't sit in the back. So we're going to undo the 3 Phillips screws.
And they can use something like this.
I'm going to do my side. Alex has decided he's getting impatient, so he's going to do the other side for me. He has the same basic tool, except his one doesn't bend in the middle like mine does.
Not as fancy.
It's not as fancy. But again, now, like I was saying with the front windscreen, the back windscreen is a lot of times tinted. So be very, very careful with anything that hits the back window. So the front ones are illegal, but people do it. The back one is not illegal, and a lot of people do it. So just bear that in mind. I'll pop these out.
Where'd you get your one?
And this one?
Oh, yours is snap on.
Mine is a blue point.
Oh, stop it.
I know, I'm teasing him now. Alex likes good tools.
Oh, that's why I like you.
Alright, so same with the front. It's got the same traditional Holden Commodore speaker plug. Let's drag that out of here. And that is one absolutely destroyed rear speaker. Still good sized magnet for back in the day. Tweeter will still work, but there'll be no bass to it, and it'll have that horrible sound. This one is not better. What have we got? 4 ohm impedance, nominal 15, maximum 30, made in Japan. Beautiful. They would have come with the car. These have never been changed. So again, 30-year-old speaker, and definitely showing signs of age. But yeah. There you go, guys. That is access to the rear speakers in the back of a VN Commodore, VN Calais VP, same basic thing. We're going to change these and BQ. We're going to change these speakers out and put in some nice JBLs.